welcome everyone to the What Are My Options podcast. This is episode 27. Episode
Holy
20. Yeah, is that a crazy number?
That's a funny number that pertains to a certain number of thing that I did.
Oh, wait. This is about to
Ah.
get... Okay, so let me... For those of you, if this is your first episode of the podcast, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
As you can see, there's a scoreboard behind me labeled Kyle and Trey, so you know which of us. I think that's very classy. He has 1 point, I have 0 points. Each month, we're doing a challenge, and at the end of the year, there will be a punishment. Last year, the punishment was film a month of podcast shirtless, and that was after only 15 episodes. But this time, you're going to have 52 episodes, 12 months, so it's got to be a big punishment if you lose this bet.
I ain't gonna lose again.
You lost real bad. It was kind of embarrassing, but now we got a whole year. Before we get to 6 months, we have to figure out what the punishment is, but we'll get there eventually. Put your ideas down below. So 1 point was awarded Kyle because he took the most steps than me in January. February, we decided eat the most hot dogs. And normally, I'm a person who eats one hot dog a year, if that. They make me want to throw up. I find their texture disgusting. They have a skin that pops. They're mush. They're unwanted meat.
I don't think I like hot dogs anymore.
I definitely like them less than I used to. My body is excited to stop eating them. When was the last dog you ate?
The last dog I ate was last night.
Okay, so we were both... I ate 3 dogs last night because I was worried and because I had 3 left, and I was like, if this box stays here, I'm gonna have to eat them past this challenge, and I don't want to do that. So I just at 2 in the morning, I was like, all right, I can down 3 more, and it was a challenge. So we've both put together presentations. Neither one of us, I mean, I kind of an idea of what you got now that you've called out the episode title as being unique, funny, and interesting. I would like for you to, if you don't mind, present your hot dog. Yeah.
Let me see. Let me find my. There it is. I had my. Cause I think you talked about having secret dogs.
What is a secret dog?
You were very clear about not letting me know how many dogs you had.
Right,
so
right. That was the deal. We wanted to surprise each other today.
He wanted to go a little easy, so I didn't clip these together, but this was a couple days ago.
Oh, okay.
My ace in the hole, whenever this goes through, is I made a second bowl of wiener slop as my final chance, which means that I started with 3 chili dogs, and at first I thought, he's not going to eat any hot dogs. But then I saw you posting corn dogs and hot dogs and so many wieners. And I'm like, holy shit, he's going to do it. The only way I can win is the wiener slop. The big bowl of rice, cheese, hot sauce,
you
and
did
cream
this
of
on
mushroom.
hard mode. So again, you have to eat the most hot dogs, wieners, or sausages in the very short month of February. And Kyle chose to chop his dogs 12 at a time, drop a gallon of rice on them, a bag of sriracha, and 5 cans of cream of mushroom, and then microwave it for like 10 minutes. And that's how he chose to consume. I wouldn't have gotten more than 2 done if that was the way that I went.
It worked. So I mean, the first wiener slop, and I now have coworkers talking about wiener slop. Which doesn't sound good out of context.
Yeah, they're either talking about how Kyle wipes or his wiener slop. It's not good either way, the things that are being talked about.
So if I started with 3 chili dogs, I made 1 batch of wiener slop, which was 12 hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And then this weekend, I made emergency wiener slop, which put me at 27 wieners, which I hope is a solid number.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll just have this kind of playing while we talk here. If you're watching the visual presentation, you can kind of see how Kyle's making these. So, which was the better batch of Wiener Slop? Were they the exact same? Did you try anything different with each batch?
They were exactly the
You
same.
made them exactly the same. Okay. God, the shape of the rice. You also, here's the crazy thing. Hot dogs are just like the remnants of the meats, and you were like, how do I improve this? I'll add the remnants of the other food worlds. Just the essence of mushroom in cream form. Just rice. Just sriracha that's not even real sriracha anymore.
It's
and no oven, which is usually how you casserole it. You went with the microwave. Also used a knife that was larger than the paper plate you were cutting them on, so there was no uniformity in these hot dogs.
I really should get a cutting board or something. This is...
Do you own a cutting board?
No.
You own, like, the most rare Sonic figurines in the state of Oklahoma, but you don't have a cutting board.
There's things that are important, and then there's things that, aren't really the log.
Listen, who needs a cutting board? I've got 5 cactuses behind my giant knife cutting into my giant rice.
We're gonna see here in a sec a lot of cheese.
I forgot about the cheese part of this.
The cheese. I think I genuinely might be becoming lactose intolerant.
Oh, the colors of this meal. Yeah, just a whole bag of cheese.
I think I might be lactose intolerant. Anytime I have like a bowl of cereal or a lot of cheese, I get like a stomach ache now. And I don't know if it's just like my diet or if I'm lactose intolerant, because I hear that like as you get older, your body, it gets harder to digest milk.
Yes.
And I think it's to prevent me from like drinking breast milk at 40. Like it's the body's way of saying, dude, stop.
I haven't seen this footage of the hot dog slop, and it's making
it looks so good, doesn't it?
I want to tell the audience, if I feel a little off or sound a little off today, I am sick. I came down sick yesterday. I don't know if it's a cold yet or strep throat or the flu. It's definitely in my nose and throat, which you don't need a good throat to talk for 2 hours on a podcast. But looking at this is now making me very nauseous. It looks filthy.
So I'm really hoping that your announcement is that all those corn dog sticks and hot dog buns were plants and fake, and that you didn't eat a single hot dog.
Yeah, again, to catch people up, my strategy, because again, I hate hot dogs, but we talked about it. It just had to involve a hot dog. It could be in a bun of some form, just had to be standard shape. Could be a sausage even. I bought this is true now, I can say. I bought 2 family packs of pancake sausage on a stick. They come with 12 in a pack, so it's 24 pancake sausage on a stick. Not saying I ate all of them, but I bought 24 pancake sausage, and then I bought 24 corn dogs. So I could have had 48 wieners this month if and only if that was the case. I made a video presentation. Give me just a second here. Let me find the link. The unlisted video, which is... Now, this might be weird. I'm gonna go ahead and say, if you're listening on Spotify and Apple, you might have to go to YouTube to watch this segment, because YouTube hates when we do, or no, Spotify hates when we do music. It always gets taken down. I always have to cut the music. I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but if suddenly this juts 3 minutes ahead, I'm just letting you know, audience, that is why, and I apologize for that.
You're someone who likes listening to this on the drive. You'll be fine. You'll live. Just look up at the road every 4 seconds
now I know what
while watching this.
I know what you're thinking. What do you mean music? You're showing us your hot dog count. I put in a little extra effort because, again, this might be the worst point either of us is going to get. Now, Kyle, what if I told you when you got excited for the number 27, I got scared? Because just theoretically, before I show you my video, what happens if we tie? Do we both get a point? Do neither of us get a point? I guess it doesn't matter.
If you ate exactly 27 hot dogs, I'm going to lose my shit.
So, I just sent the video.
3, 2, 1, now.
Yummy. I ate a hot dog and now it's in my tummy. Yummy. I ate a hot dog, now it's in my tummy. Not sure why, but it's kind of funny. Yummy. Now it's in my tummy. This is the most
Kyle
insane thing I've ever made.
I said something back. There was a mic. There was a snack. There was a fact. Or maybe not. It could have been a chair. Mustard packet just appearing there. I didn't buy these. I don't remember buying these, but they keep showing up. I'm gonna throw up. Buns on the table. Buns on the floor. Bun in my hand.
It's a really good
but
song.
I just need more.
It's
but
a
also,
song.
maybe I don't need more. Hard to say what hands are for. Maybe just having hot dogs.
Oh no.
More and more. Calendar looking at me weird.
I started getting really upset flipping off the camera.
I
in a lot
can
of
tell.
these.
I blinked once. Lost about 3 days. Found relish in unfamiliar ways. Yummy. I ate a hot dog. Now it's in my
This is art.
Yummy.
Yummy.
Hot dog. Now
But yeah, if this doesn't make it to Spotify, you're missing out because I made an original song to put over this.
You think Spotify's gonna block this?
They might. They didn't
They
like
might.
my off-brand Grinch cover.
Podcast voice, but nobody there. Still talking into processed air. Challenge, bet, threat silhouette.
It's kind of a catchy
Something
song.
about
It's
regret,
not
but
bad.
not yet. I tried to count, but numbers moved. They slid away. Yeah,
I could have edited this better. So there I was at 22. You know, I like to keep up the count at the end of the videos.
2022.
2 dogs became
There's 3 right there.
because
Oh,
then
no!
there was 3, and then I had 4.
Oh,
and then
there's
I
3
had
right
a
there.
5th, and then I had a 6th. Sometimes buns are cold, sometimes they're not.
Now this isn't
Sometimes you
necessarily in
heat 'em.
order, so don't get worried
Sometimes
yet. I don't.
you forgot. I forgot a lot.
You'll see the final count.
but not the chewing. The chewing. The chewing was. The chewing. There was a lot of. It was really. It really. It's. I have acid reflux problems. Yummy.
You see how slow I eat the hot dogs, by the way? Mostly me just sitting at my computer.
I ate a hot dog. I think I won, or maybe.
Oh, this is me watching the Pitch Perfect
Now it's in my
2
tummy.
film
Now I'm going
in a Discord call while eating.
up this beat. Eating hot dogs is a natural feat.
It's pretty good.
For a-
It's a pretty
for-
good movie.
for most people. It's just you should be eating food. It's a thing that we do.
You've got to be kidding me! You've got to be kidding me! Are you serious? Oh. that's not. I hate you. That's not okay. I don't snore in my sleep. That's dubbed. That's edited. That's not me.
Dude, when you said 27, that's so again, audience, we didn't share our numbers at all this entire month. I promise. I barely showed my hot dog count. All he said was he made slop that one time, which let me know he was at least 12. The world where you had 20, had I not had 3 randomly last night, you would have won. I just had a feeling you were making a final push, and I went, if I can just eat the rest of my pancake sauce on a stick, I will feel like I've done something.
Because I was at 15. Because if you look in the Wiener Picks chat, I had my 3 chili dogs and I had my first Wiener slop. And I'm like, okay, he's got some secret dogs, so I'm gonna make a secret Wiener slop, send him the footage on the day of the pod. That's gonna put me past him. And
I edited this video at 3 a.m. It had the 28 count in there. And then he let me know the 27. This is the best outcome because either it's scary and one of us eats way too many, we both had the exact same amount. My goal, once I hit 25, and like I said, it was 2 in the morning, I was like, oh, if I eat 3 more, that'll be 1 for every day of February. That shows that I did something. So then I ate 3 more. You, 27 days of February. You were 1 dog short.
Damn.
That is, I mean,
if I would have like done a bit where like the second I hit go live, I was like eating a corn dog while talking to you at the start of this pod. Oh my god.
Yeah, I thought for a fact you were going to like be like, hey Trey, I just finished a hot dog. Now I'm at 28. I would have cried.
That's just one more wiener.
Yeah, because if I ate my least favorite food for an entire month and lost this challenge, I don't know what I would have done with myself.
Oh
so
my
yeah,
god.
You said you wouldn't lose this one. We are now tied 1-1 with 10 challenges left this year.
Damn.
That is 1-1 audience. Well earned, me, I'd like to say. Go Trey. Now I'm sick, though, and I blame the hot dogs for why I'm sick.
Yeah.
But let me know what you guys think of the song I made. I worked real hard on it. No, I was uploading all of my phone recordings to my computer. It was taking forever, and I was like, I need to put some dub over this. Do I want to narrate it? And I went, nah, I'll look up a free YouTube beat to rap over real quick. And then I made the hot dog yummy yummy song.
Free, that's somebody going on YouTube and uploading free rap beat, and they're like, somebody's gonna make a career out of this, and unwillingly knowing someone's gonna rap about eating hot dogs over it.
I'll credit the artist. Obviously, they said it's free. You just have to credit me in your description, so I will be doing that. Shout out Prod PERIL, aka Producer PERIL, who made I forget what the beat is called, but I'll put it in the description. I think it was like funny haha good day type beat, because I was looking
shout out to the inventor of hot dog.
Yeah, shout out to John Hot Dog,
stupid idiot.
What a terrible food he made. So before we get too far, that means it is time to figure out what we're gonna do for the month of March. Let us know in the comments how many hot dogs or wieners you ate. God, that is the best outcome. On episode 27, you ate 27 dogs.
I think 28 hot dogs in a month. Somebody's gonna be like, that's not a lot.
Dude, it's the same.
That's not a lot.
When it got cold a few weeks ago, that's not a lot. 28 hot dogs is like equal to 2 tumors, okay? That's what you're putting in your body. It's not good for you.
I had to pile hot dogs into mush, essentially, just to get them through my system. Hot dogs
are literally slop, and Kyle had to put them into a third slop just to get them into his body.
Hot dog really is the slop.
It's the slop of slop, yeah. And the national average, the apparent, I don't believe this is true, but apparently the average American's probably thrown off by Joey Chestnut is 70 hot dogs in a year. That's 12 months. We did half that in basically 3 or 4 weeks. So we're ahead of schedule. I'm still not going to hit the national average of 70. I think I'm going to be further from it now because of that.
That's crazy. To hit 70 in a year, we would have to like
do this in March also.
Yeah, do this at least another 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, you'd have to have slop 3 more times.
Oh my god.
But we have this secret list of our monthly challenges. I added a couple things. I'm going to spin this wheel because I lost the hat. I misplaced the hat. So I'm going to spin this wheel and we will see what we will do for March. Oh, not that one. I'm not ready for that.
What does this mean? What does that mean?
So it says obtain the most red. This will be the first challenge this year where we will have a guest judge, because we don't know what that means. We could kind of discuss it here, but I think the more vague the better. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm going to go donate blood every day and have them give me the blood.
Okay, I was going to say, that's not obtaining it. That's donating the blood. The red.
They're going to be like, thank you. And I'm like, I need that.
I need that back, please.
I need the bag.
Yeah, you can have the like white plasma or whatever, but please give me the bag of blood back.
behind me, I'm gonna have a blood bags thumbtacked to the wall.
So audience, if you're playing along, we're gonna get rid of the Wiener Picks room in Discord. Join the Discord. There will now be a red room where you can post your red.
Oh my god!
And we'll update periodically. I'll post little pictures in the Discord of the red that I find and add to my red. I don't know if I'm gonna go all in on one red or get lots of individual red because we don't know what judge we're gonna land on. I think maybe next week we will agree to a neutral judge, and all that they're being told is to judge who has obtained the most red with no other. And it's up to them to figure out what that means. We don't know what that means. They won't tell us. We just gotta hope we play to that judge well.
Yeah.
So if you have ideas for judges, again, let us know. But that is our challenges. That is hot dogs, and now it is the red. I don't think obtain the most red can be worse than the hot dogs.
If it was obtain the most green, I could at least like make a bunch of dough.
Oh,
turn to prostitution.
You just start like a crypto coin, like you just start a scam coin.
Yeah,
that would be a smart idea.
Then I do like the Breaking Bad where like I reveal at the end of the month the like giant brick of money that I can lie on.
Yeah, you're not sitting in front of a green screen anymore. You're sitting in front of like the pile of cash that Huel and Bill Burr are laying on in Breaking Bad.
But now obtain the most red.
Yeah, I'm looking around at things because if you already have something red, that's obtained. That doesn't count. It must be things new that are not currently
new red.
Yeah, not currently in your ownership or residence. Anything outside your home or car walls is free game that you could obtain. It could be through legal means, could through illegal means. Maybe you steal somebody else's blood. Don't do that, audience. Me and Kyle will take care of that.
I can make it happen.
I think I want to get the biggest red thing. I think that's the funniest thing. And then I envelop
something
my other red.
Big and red.
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit! I just have to steal a Target ball.
Okay, so I'm glad you went to Target ball. I went to, you know, the giant American flag they wheel out at NFL stadiums on the field? I was thinking of stealing one of those.
I think that's a felony.
That's several felonies. Because I got a min-max, because I can't spend that much money on a dumb podcast bit right now.
Let me Google what's big and red.
What's the cheapest red? Oh, I could get like $1 red wine, just tons and tons of $1 red wines.
I searched big and red, and all I'm getting are pictures of the soda Big Red. Oh. Okay, what else do we have here? I got a picture of the sun. That I can't do that shit.
Obtain the sun.
Obtain the sun.
This is one that you can choose to present however. You can present it live on the podcast or make a video or a PowerPoint. However you choose to prove that you obtained the most red is up to you.
This is...
What is cheap and red is what I Googled, and it's just telling me about the cheapest red wines you can find, which are not cheap enough for this bit.
Ladybugs?
You just start stealing and hoarding ladybugs? Okay.
There's not a lot of big red things.
Yeah, there's nothing in nature, because I was thinking about going on a walk, like you'd pick up leaves or like grass, but there's not natural red that's just like gonna make it to the end of the month. Like even if I find roses, they won't be red at the end of the month. Oh,
Australia.
Hot dogs. I could collect hot dogs.
I don't want to see another hot dog for the rest of the month. Australia has a giant 30-foot tall red elephant statue.
Dude, obtain the most red, debt. You just go like negative $10,000 in the hole, and your bank account says negative 10,000 red.
Market. Yeah, you tank into the red.
We tank the stock market. We get a scam coin.
Oh my god, they're red,
yeah. I'm only thinking of terrible red things. I've thought of blood, roses, wine, more blood. Okay, got a month to obtain the most red. That is the wording the judge will hear and have to judge on. Okay.
I cannot wait till I wheel out a kiddie pool full of blood. I don't know whose blood it will be.
Will the blood still be red? Like, what if the judge defines it as, like, not red? That's the other thing.
Then
Are we looking for like trademark Red 40 banned by RFK Jr.? Or are we doing the whole spectrum of red?
Oh, I wheel out a kiddie pool full of blood and it's just water and Red 40. Yeah, they'll call me out on my shit.
Guys. Oh, I've got 8 different ideas and I don't know. I gotta figure out what's the funniest, but also gets me the win. Because yeah, you said that, and now I'm thinking like, buy a fucking pool and put it in my yard, and yeah, add red dye to it. And then I've obtained the most red. That's many metric tons, gallons of red.
See, but it might not just be density, it might be amount. So like if I genuinely like go and breed like 20,000 ladybugs and then like unleash them in the middle of my town. Red. Yeah. They're a very invasive, destructive species.
It does say obtain. It doesn't say anything about if you can also lose it. Once you've obtained it, you've obtained it. You can then lose it and release it onto the destructive world. You could then just be a evil villain of ladybugs. Like, so if I have a red piece of construction paper, that's 1 red. If I cut it into 1,000 little pieces, is that the same amount of red? What would the judge say? Do I have more red now?
Judge.
Yeah, is he doing volume or density or amount? It's going to be interesting. I've got a few judge ideas, but we'll think more about that next week. Everything I'm thinking about is terrible. I just thought of hot dogs, blood, and wine. Title of my autobiography. But that is it for the challenges. We will move on to the main topics of discussion. The Olympics. I taught you about them. They're now over. The Olympics are done. Did you see anything else about the Olympics? Did you learn anything else about the Olympics?
There was the one girl.
Yeah, Elisa Liu.
There was the guy who should be doing things, but instead he's getting drunk in locker rooms.
Oh, Kash Patel.
Yeah.
The wonderful FBI director Kash Patel. So the news, NBC is in the men's hockey locker room. They've just beat Canada. Boo, Canada. And you're like, boy, I love being patriotic just for the Olympics. And then it pans over, and Kash Patel is chugging and mainlining alcohol in the corner with the boys.
Oh my God.
There's no one else in the locker room other than the hockey team staff, the hockey players, and FBI director Kash Patel.
Why is he that? Why is everything sucked?
My favorite thing I saw was, like, it's not illegal or wrong for him to be in there, but what people were saying is like, why the fuck is he there? Like in Italy, like what is, like how much money did he spend? Because he also has to bring like his own Secret Service because he's a very important man.
It cost me money.
It cost you money.
Me specifically.
Because, yeah, Kash Patel's there in person, but then they have a casual phone call with Donald Trump, which, however you feel, that usually that is most end of sporting events championships. Some people decline the invite to the White House, some accept. But he's inviting the boys to the White House, as is general tradition. Most people decline nowadays. And towards the end of the phone call, I don't know if you know what Trump said. Do you know what he said?
Probably something about women.
He said, oh, I guess this means I also have to invite the women's team since I guess they won. Which is just... Which you don't have to say that. And then he invited the women, and the women immediately were like, yeah, no. And he was like, whew, thank God. I don't know which side was more relieved. But then Flava Flav, patriot of women's sports and the U.S. Olympics, invited them to party with him in Vegas. And they're thinking about it. They're thinking he wants to fully pay for their party in Vegas, their hotels, their flights, and just give them a good time.
I'm glad to hear Flavor Flav is still alive. I haven't thought about him in years.
We talked about him last week. I
haven't thought about him since then.
I was gonna say he sponsored the women's water polo team. He promoted the skeleton and the luge. Now the women's hockey team. What a cool guy who was just. Do you know what Flava Flav is known for? He's one of those people that's like just famous now, like in our age. Do you know how he got where he be?
He likes clocks.
He does like clocks. Yep.
I saw he was on the TV show.
You talking about Flavor Flav's Love show that he made?
Yeah.
It's a pretty good show. Before that, he was
show.
his claim to fame is he was the hype man, and I'm gonna get the group wrong. He was the hype man for Mobb Deep. It's a very famous rap group back in the day. And that's boom, there you go. He just was you could just get, it's like how Paris Hilton was famous for being a woman with money. And everyone was like, yeah, but what does she do? It's like, no, you don't get this. She's rich.
Being rich is enough to be famous. The idea of being the hype man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the hype man. Because I would say more people know Flavor Flav's name now than Mobb Deep. He did it kind of like Snoop Dogg's thing, where he just became like him and Martha Stewart somehow became like the Chris Pratts and Dwayne Johnsons of the Olympics. It's I forgot to tell you this part of the Olympics. So the medal count, Norway got first place by a lot, as expected. They usually do. Second place, US. Go US. Third place, Italy or Germany? It either goes Italy then Germany or Germany then Italy. So shout out thems. They're very good at the illusion, the skeleton. But one of the first dramas of this Olympics was a man from Norway, had just won his event. He got a gold medal. And they always do the post interview, right? So like, let's say I go to you and I go, Kyle, you just won ski mountaineering. You won gold for your country, the first, hopefully, of many golds of these Olympics. What would you like to say to your family, your friends, your wife, your loved ones back home?
The gold medal's just a bonus. I'm just here for the sex village, honestly. I mean, I wasn't even trying to get a gold medal, but hey, things worked out.
That's fantastic. We hear you just picked up skipping and speed walking last year, so it's a miracle that you picked them up so fast. They are such difficult sports. Back to you, Tom. Okay, so now you interview me, and I'll do what this guy did on national television, one of the first public gold medals.
Hey, you just won a gold medal. That's awesome. What are you gonna do?
I'd like to apologize. There's somebody very special in my life. As many of you know, I've been with my wife for many years, and 2 months ago I cheated on her. I cheated on her with a close friend of ours, and I feel that she deserves to know that as well as everyone else. Before you raise me up as a gold medalist, I cheated on my wife. I did it several times, but I do not intend to do it again, and I hope she and the rest of you forgive me. And then he walked away.
Oh.
He just.
Oh. I feel like he probably didn't have to do that, but you know what?
I don't know if he lost a bet or if she made him do it like she already knew, and she was like, okay, I'll take you back, but you have to do this. It feels like one of those things, but it got overshadowed by the touch drama. But the first drama was just man on national television, gold medalist, just going like, let me stop you there. I'm no hero. I am a cheater. I cheated on my wife. I really cheated on her.
He's like, God, if I win this, I'll admit to cheating on my wife because there's no way I'll.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's what he told her. Where she was like, if you get gold, you have to tell him you cheated on me. And he goes, yeah, of course, when I win the gold. And he goes, shit, they're not going fast enough. Shit.
He tries to lose.
It's a great clip.
Olympian confesses to cheating on girlfriend. An emotional post-win.
He had told his girlfriend the week prior, and she left him.
Prior to the Olympics?
He's like, this will make it up. This will make it up to her. I think she'd be more pissed. She was like, how are you so focused to win a gold medal a week after me dumping you? And now the entire world had nothing to lose.
Now I've got nothing to lose.
Making it the entire world's... I don't know. Not every woman's the same. I think most women would be pissed. First that you cheated.
Coming out and being like,
but
yeah, I got gold medal
everyone,
at the Olympic. He's like, gold medal doesn't matter because I don't have her.
Because now he's done the embarrassing thing.
It's a little romantic.
Yeah, he's still not going to have her, though. And he did the embarrassing thing. So he had a lot to lose.
All right. Yeah, he had a lot to lose. Now everybody on the news is laughing at him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, what if you're the like? I don't. That's one of the weirdest, most, I don't know. It just, I want to say it's self-centered, but like, I don't think he's doing it selfishly. I think he's generally like, she will appreciate this more than she does it like the cheating, surely.
He's probably like, she's going to be watching at home and he's going to be gloating about his win, not even knowing
you
that
dump
he
someone
cheated
a
on
week
me.
later, they're on like a podium race. You're watching that. It doesn't matter what they did or how much you hate them. You're like, let's see what happens here. Let's see if he falls. See if he crashes. He wins. You're pissed. But then he does that and you're like, all right, this makes up for it.
He should have just hard pivoted the other way. He's like, thank you for my gold medal. By the way, never cheated on anybody. I want to make that very clear. I've never cheated in my life. If anybody says so, they're lying.
He gets the gold medal and he's like, I couldn't have done it with that dumb wife weighing me down. I just, now that she's gone, I can really focus on getting gold medals. It's fantastic. Just go that way.
Oh my God.
But it's actually the most watched Olympics since 2012. It had a bit of a dip, especially during the COVID years, but it was pretty well put together between Milan and Cortina. It was one of the first shared city Olympics, but both in Italy. But in 2 years, LA 2028, baby! And 2 sports, the slalom, which is badass, and softball, which is also badass, will be in Oklahoma City, baby.
Softball Olympics. Where is my skipping? God damn it!
What? Oh.
I want my skipping Olympics!
Are you saying skipping is the same? Do you hear softball? If I'd said baseball, you wouldn't be suggesting skipping.
Oh, baseball doesn't deserve it. Softball's cooler, because it's the underhand makes it better than the overhand.
God, that's one of my favorite moments of Jackass Forever is when they do the Danger Aaron Cup test. And every athlete, you're usually expected to be like polite because you watch them in all these sports where they have to be polite. And they're always like, fuck you, Aaron, like the hockey guy. And it just goes sailing in his face. But the softball lady, she just winds up. And I think it's the worst one. Second to obviously the pogo stick, which just popped a testicle.
The pogo stick is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yes. I would have thought the donkey where he's blindfolded walking up to it and you just hear that just knock his But the pogo stick where Eric Andre is just like skeeving out is way better.
God damn. Oh.
God damn.
I try to repress it. That's a memory I try to repress. Real quick before I forget, I would like to give a happy birthday shout out to Jester Jams. When this episode airs, will be their exact birthday.
Whoa.
So if any of you ever have a birthday, let me know and I will.
Kyle does birthdays now like the 10 a.m. news. Happy birthday to Estelle from California.
It's like Al Roker doing the schmuckers.
Yeah. He's
like, well, we have a viewer here who's 103 years old, loves watching us every day.
Mike Cock has 100 birthday this week. Interesting name, Mike Cock. Ben from Dover would like us to know that he has a birthday coming up this week. So Kyle does birthdays now. I want all of you to lie. I want there to be hundreds of birthday messages pouring into the emails, and I will forward them all to Kyle's email. And he will have to...
Everybody tell me your birthdays next week.
At the end of every episode, just rattle off all of them.
And I hate TikTok.
You hate TikTok. Why?
Because they blocked my video.
Wait, I just reposted your video. Wait, which one was it?
It's blocked. It's shadow blocked. It's the meat, the T-Rex, the T-Rex burger.
I just an hour ago reposted it. When did it get?
It's there because TikTok sucks, but it's a fake video.
Fake video.
So what TikTok does, and they've done this to me before, and usually it's a little piddly video and I don't care, but this is a big one, so I'm really pissed. What they will do is sometimes you will post a video and they will shadow block it where it doesn't go to people's For You pages. The only way people can find it is by going to your channel. And so they did that to this one. And I got the little notification that it's not going to people's For You page because it's inappropriate.
What?
And For me, the only thing I can possibly think of, because it's pretty much almost essentially the exact same
my
as the
copy
one
of
that's
the
on your
T-Rex
channel.
burger on Whammo has 1 million views and is not shadow banned. This is pretty much the same video. What did you...
I genuinely think the only reason that it isn't banned is because I have a picture of the burger as the thumbnail, and I think maybe it's too phallic.
A little phallic.
I think maybe the big, long, girthy...
You also, I don't think... I don't remember you having the word girth in the original. Maybe they don't like the word girth.
You have girth in yours.
I have girth? Okay.
You have girth.
I didn't know.
You have girth.
My bad.
So
we both
I
have
should
girth.
be allowed to have girth.
Okay, you can have girth on TikTok. Yeah, we need to... Somebody make a side-by-side comparison, pick out every difference so we can figure out...
I just added music. I added, like, I added...
You didn't add 18 Cowboys at Ram Ranch in the background, did you? Because that would explain it.
No. I added a couple extra shots, like where I make the joke about the 9 cows and you calling the burger an affront to God. But I really do think it's just the thumbnail. I think because it's some sort of AI checker checked the thumbnail and it has some sort of penis blocker and it just instant penis blocked it. And the thing with TikTok that really pisses me off is that if you get a shadow blocked video, you can't delete it. You can't, it like literally takes away my ability to delete it because they don't want people to game the system of like deleting and uploading videos till they like get big.
Okay.
So I'm stuck at like less than 10 views because it's not going to people's For You page. And I can't delete the video, even though nobody's gonna see it. And if I upload the same video, I'd have to change the thumbnail, change the thing. It's just completely... TikTok sucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna unrepost that. I don't want all your TikTok clout over there. I'm gonna go ahead and leave you in the dust, man. Sorry.
Oh my god. So I'm just like, I gotta put the burger in the thumbnail.
Right.
In your thumbnail, it's just this really artistic shot of the burger on the dashboard heating the window, and I guess that was fine, but my big girthy burger thumbnail just wasn't allowed, so now I gotta redo it.
I don't know, I've messed with shorts. I think shorts thumbnails matter. I don't think TikTok thumbnails matter. Because you only see a TikTok thumbnail if you're already on somebody's page, and if you're already there, if you're already that interested in us, you've seen something of us eating, and that the thumbnail isn't going to change it that much.
Yeah, no, it's not like thumbnail changing people seeing it. It's that TikTok straight up will not post it.
Right.
And of course, they don't tell you why they blocked it. They just said, inappropriate content.
Yeah, it'd be insane if they explained it to you.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing, essentially. The only difference is the thumbnail. And so that's the only thing I can think is that it's like a it's like a dick pic blocker, and it's just a really bad AI. It was like the one episode of Silicon Valley, like where they detected they made an app that auto blocks dick pic photos. And so it was automatically like deleting all pictures of like hot dogs and phallic objects, assuming they were dicks. And I assume TikTok's shitty AI is the same thing. So now I gotta re-upload the video in 3 days and hope with a different thumbnail. Hope it don't get blocked.
Could you test this theory? Post a TikTok of you just blank staring at the camera for 5 seconds, and then just again have the thumbnail be the PNG of that burger, and see what happens to that. That video would get 2 million likes.
I could test
it's just
where I just
T-Rex
keep using
burger.
the thumbnail. If it gets at least 10 views, it at least went to people's For You page. But TikTok, they said that it literally has like a thing too where like if you re-upload the same video within a short time span, it auto blocks it again because, you know, it sees it as spam. Right. It sees it as you trying to like
get around
views. So I have to wait a few days before trying again.
And you were planning on what? Posting a TikTok every day, and now you have to wait a few days?
Yeah, I wanted to post a TikTok every day, and now the one TikTok that I'm like, it's going to be my first comeback TikTok. It's going to be the nice T-Rex. That'll be a good one to come back with. And TikTok instantly is like, penis!
Yeah, I was going to say, the T-Rex burger and the meat mountain are we have like 8 versions of it on every social media, and they all print views. And so Kyle's like, all right, let's get things started on a good note. Let's just make another copy of the classic T-Rex burger video. And then they went, fuck you.
Oh my God. I was able to get them on YouTube. I had to edit down the YouTube versions because I didn't realize YouTube shorts have to be under 3 minutes.
Which makes sense because TikTok ruined it. It used to be Vine. Vine was 6 seconds. Then TikTok came around and they went 1 minute. And everyone was like, Jesus, that's a lot of time to fill. Then they went 2 minutes. And then I think 2 years ago, they went 20 minutes. And so, yeah, you'll get thrown off because you'll try to force in these shorts, and shorts is like, no, 3 minutes. It's a short, dumbass. Why would it be 20 minutes?
Like the idea of scrolling through TikTok and finding a video that you're kind of watching, and then 16 minutes go by, and you're like, this isn't ending.
No, I mean, it's common now. Paramount, and I think Disney, is regularly uploading full movies to TikTok for people to watch. You can watch all the High School Musical films on Disney Plus's TikTok account now.
I remember when they were doing it in 1 minute bits.
They've been doing it in all the increments.
Watch an entire movie in 1 minute bits. That being said, I did go and I now have an Instagram account.
I saw that. I gave you the old follow back.
I'm now an Instagrammer.
I now have the Holy Trinity: your father, your brother, and you.
I've always avoided Instagram solely because from what I've seen, the algorithm is much more insane.
Yes, I've also, like, every few months, I'm like, let's slap this edit on Instagram. And I look at it like an 80-year-old man and I go, okay, I nudge it like Patrick pushing his rock snail to go faster. I'm like, all right, get views. And it gets -2 views. And I go, okay, that's interesting. And then you go to Instagram Reels and you go, top viewed Reels this week. And it's just ISIS beheading videos, porn, Kash Patel fan cams, We Are Charlie Kirk edits.
I gotta change up my content a little bit.
Dude, yeah, put We Are Charlie Kirk behind your T-Rex burger, you'll get 10x views.
Next video is just gonna be called We Are Charlie Kirk, a picture of Charlie Kirk's face, and you click it and then it just plays unrelated the entire T-Rex burger TikTok. Let's see if TikTok prefers that over the phallic burger.
It absolutely will. You're gonna print numbers. You're gonna print money. And this sucks. I was hoping this month, because one of the challenges we could get is get the most views on a Whammo TikToker short, and I would you just get shadow banned day one would be so funny.
It's so stupid. I'm gonna upload another TikTok tonight and see if like that goes through, or my whole account.
Yeah, my entire luck with TikTok is, anytime I sit back after editing and I go, damn, that's a tight 2 minutes. It's ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's really funny. It gets 5 views. It's always the layup in 6 months that you just slap up there, and then you check it 2 hours later, and it's like 5 million views. And you go, okay. Anytime I've tried to read the algorithm, I've died because of it. Like,
TikTok can be really, really good, and then that makes the ones that don't hurt more, because you're like, why did this random one do so good?
We need a Mr. Beast of TikTok, because Mr. Beast has cracked YouTube's algorithm pretty wide open on how to manipulate it. But TikTok, I don't think there's anyone, like, even the biggest creators will post and just get like 100 views out of nowhere.
I heard, TikTok algorithm's been messed up for a couple months too.
Oh, especially because didn't they just get sold to the American company or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's probably changing stuff as well.
It's been a month of me putting meat in my body, and I wanted people to see me put more meat in my body. TikTok doesn't want it.
I'd say it's almost summer. There will probably be more funny meats for us to eat. That's usually the time of new meat. But yeah. Oh, I will say, we were talking about the Olympics, but just one more note on that. In March, I could be wrong, but I think March of this year, they put up, because in April they start selling the Olympic tickets to LA and Oklahoma City to everyone, but in March they put up the tickets exclusively for local residents, as sort of a favor to them because they're in the area where all the shit's going down. So if March You want to, you know, if we can find some whammo tickets that are reasonably priced.
I can try. I think my dad got himself tickets.
Dude, hell yeah, I was gonna say my dad lives around the area too. I was just like looking at everyone. I was like, all right, somehow we need to get down there with like a press badge, and our goal is to find the sex village and interview at least one Olympian.
The idea of rowing and softball sex village.
Oh yeah, because we're not getting the L.A. Hollywood Hottie Bombati, the sprinters. We're getting the kayakers and softball players in Oklahoma City. Know,
if one of them wins, I could be the one that lands the exclusive interview about how they cheated on their wife. So
yeah, you definitely would get the credentials to be there immediately.
But I'm gonna go up to every single person after the game and be like, "Hey, good job! You cheat on your wife."
Are you an Olympian? Are you an? Because we're gonna have to research. Because we could walk. That'd be funny. We post the vlog. We're like, we couldn't find a single Olympian. And you're like, guys, Michael Phelps was right behind you. We're like, thought he was just tall. Thought he was just a tall guy. Oh, that's disgusting. Look at the most recent photo. I'll put it up for the audience. Look at Wiener Pics, the most recent photo. I don't know if the thumb upsets me or those wieners.
Oh,
those look like poop wieners.
Oh,
those look like not good wieners.
Okay. Now, this meal of just hot dogs on a plate with ketchup was, when I was a kid, my favorite thing, but I didn't cook the wieners.
Yeah, you just eat the cold, slimy hot dog.
I would take a cold hot dog out of the pack, put it on a paper plate, pour ketchup next to it, and oh man, that was like fine dining when I was 6 years old.
My only issue is sometimes they would cut up the hot dog, right? If you cut up a hot dog, I don't eat the ends. They look disgusting by themselves.
Yeah, the ends where they have like the where
little, they tie the belly button on it.
Anus hole, yeah.
But if you leave it all together, you have to eat that bite to get to the rest. But the back end one, I always leave there. But you got to at least eat one of them.
Are you ready to die?
Why am I going to die this time?
Because we live in the South and we are now approaching, I just got a text from my boss, it's about to be storm and tornado season.
Yeah, it is. I love the spring. For those know, we're in Kansas and Oklahoma, and springtime means tornadoes.
I don't think people in the rest of the country understand what it's like that any given day you just have to accept that your house might get blown away.
Now, you're implying that there's not other natural disasters that the other states don't have to worry about, but it is different. Like hurricane season happens, you've got 3 weeks notice, you can make a decision, you can prep. Earthquake, you don't prep for it because you're either fucked or you're not fucked. But tornado,
earthquakes are random. That's always like,
earthquakes are always random.
Time.
Yeah, it can happen at any time.
Tornadoes are always like 2 months of the year where everybody's like, I could die today.
Yeah. And I have this fear. I don't know if you have this fear. Anytime I'm at the store, sometimes I'm having a really good day. I'm not checking my phone. And you go to the store on like a Tuesday, 1 p.m. Everyone's at work. Everyone's at school. And it's packed. And people are being a little more urgent. And you realize you haven't checked your phone in an hour. And my heart sinks and I go, oh my God, a meteor hit the moon or World War III has started. And I panic check. And I go through news. I've done this so many times at Walmart checkout lines, just reading news articles, making sure I didn't miss the apocalypse. Do you do that?
No.
Oh.
I just assumed that church just got out or something.
Tuesday at 1 p.m.?
Tuesday at 1 p.m.? I'm like, oh, they must be everybody from church.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because my local Walmarts in a small town are always, like, dead. So, like, it's only packed before a tornado, before a flood, before a blizzard. So if it's just, like, a random day and I know there's no weather, I'm like, oh, there's a tornado, and they didn't tell me.
There have been days where I, like, go inside a store or a building and it's nice, and then I come out and the sky is green and the wind is picking up, and I'm just like, uh-oh.
There's so many times where I'm at the mall, because especially if you're in those big sheet buildings like a Walmart or the mall, where, like, you're just walking around and then you just hear and you look out and it's just torrential sideways rain hitting the metal roof.
I know everybody knows the phrase calm before the storm, but I don't think people know
the smell,
the feeling,
the smell, the skin feel. It rules, by the way. Again, The tornado itself sucks. Everything around it, badass. The like green the sky gets a little bit, like the sky turns fucking green, and all it is windy.
A lot of people are like, it's so cool that animals can tell when something's coming naturally. Humans can't do that. And I'm like, if you're in the South and you go outside and there's a tornado on the way, you can tell. You can feel it. Your body feels it.
There is stuff in the... yeah, if you've been here long enough, like maybe if you're new, it's sort of like when you watch... I don't know if you've ever seen like a solar eclipse, but it's the same thing where everything just feels off and you can't describe it, but same thing before
everything
a tornado.
Is so still,
like, because you know when it's about to rain and you're like, it's gonna rain, but you know when it's about to get nasty and you haven't even checked the weather, you go, oh, this is gonna suck.
Yeah.
But yeah,
our favorite pastime is watching the weather and the guy standing in front of the map and he's like, if you live here, get out of there.
It's so finite. And then they're like, the guy 2 miles south, don't worry about it. And then 5 minutes later he goes, it turned. Shit, you should worry about it. I didn't think it would turn, but it most certainly did. It's a natural disaster that can turn on a dime. It can go in reverse suddenly 80 miles an hour.
Now, last year we lucked out. Last year wasn't too bad for weather, but of course,
oh, we had so many tornadoes here. They were just further north. We had a tornado go right over. I was at a family gathering at a church. We had to hide in the church basement. It was just it was an F0 tornado, which is barely a tornado. Went over, but it put a trampoline up in a tree, so that was neat.
Oh. I know the government that, thanks to Doge and all that shit, they cut a bunch of weather funding.
The
and
NOAA.
I know Oklahoma, a bunch of the storm tracker stuff got like straight up shut down and defunded.
You got to trust Reed Trimmer now.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watch any of the social media content creator storm chasers. There's the one that has that like the vehicle from Twister basically, and you'll just, if you ever see it in your town, you know you're fucked. I think they call it like the Dominator, and it's like designed to drill into the ground. It's basically a tank that's street legal, and they drive it around the Midwest. And I'll watch them sometimes. I'm like, oh, I know where that is. That's nearby. I mean,
there have been nights where I've canceled streams because I'm just like, hey guys,
I have to pay very close attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did one stream where I had a giant Oklahoma weather tracker in the top right because the entire state was like purple. And I don't have a basement. I don't have a storm shelter. I'm one of those people that like literally it's like
that's insane for an Oklahoma house, by the way. Like unless you're in 100-year-old that should be illegal for an Oklahoma building to not, like, at least you guys have like where I live, we don't have a public storm shelter. Most towns around here do. They're like, hey, when the tornado hits, so you're not just fucked, go down to the Memorial Hall or go down to the fire station. They have a basement. We have no public space to take shelter. So you just have to go to the inside closet of your house or get in the bathtub, put a mattress over your head.
It's
like, I know nobody in a hurricane is putting a mattress over their bathtub.
I know a lot of like casinos and grocery stores will have like safe areas in the middle. I remember in school they would just like put us in the hallway and
you go into
like,
a wind tunnel.
Down.
Like looking back, it's the like same. We had a tornado drill and then we had like a real tornado one time, and you look to your left and there is the doorway to enter the school, a glass wall doorway. And then there's the lockers lining the hallway. And they go, okay, there's a tornado. You step out of your inside classrooms. You walk up to your locker. You get on your knees. And you put your hands over your head. And you kiss the ground. And
it's literally like the 50s nuclear bomb. Where they're like, get down, cover your head. Then you'll be fine.
Yeah, covering the head doesn't make sense. You're literally in a hallway, which is the worst place to be, and it's got an exterior door, so we're just gonna get sucked out of the building.
It's bad. I know. I went one time, and this was in the news because they got in big trouble for it. But Oklahoma University And a lot of the other college campuses have like really big underground like storm shelter areas, and they're public so that during storms you can go in there and people can go in there and they're safe. And one year we had such a big bad tornado that tons of people were showing up to get in there and the doors were locked. The people that were supposed to unlock it had forgotten and evacuated. So nobody was able to get in and had to go find another shelter.
I just can't understand ever needing to lock that door, because then they have to find the guy with the key in the storm who hopefully didn't get hit.
Because then, God forbid, 2 people get in there and bang, and, you know, then that's a whole new story, I guess. I filmed, and you can see this in my, in one of my old YouTube videos, an MLP IRL video, we film a fight scene inside those underground shelter hallways, because I had a friend who knew a guy who worked there, and they unlocked it for us, so we were able to get in there and film. And so that's pretty badass. I'll have to send a screenshot of it.
Yeah.
Neat.
Dude, speaking of MLP, we talked about guilty pleasures for an hour last week. My Little Pony is a guilty pleasure. Now, I will say, though, and
I ain't guilty! That shit slaps! That shit goes hard! Shout out Fluttershy, best horse!
No, Fluttershy is what the basic fan picks. Like, you get
like,
I
piss off. I bet you're a Rarity fan or an Applejack fan, you stupid...
Based Pinkie Pie enjoyer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Based Pinkie Pie enjoyer.
Welcome to the podcast. We're talking about My Little Pony.
If you like
for
Twilight
the next 40
Sparkle,
minutes.
though, you're into it and you're pretending. Applejack, worst horse, by the way. I don't know why, but I would probably go. Twilight shouldn't even be a pick because she's the Mario of the group. If you pick the Mario, I will bully you. But then the worst is Applejack, followed by Rarity, followed by Rainbow Dash, then Fluttershy, and then the best is Pinkie Pie. And there you go, folks.
Somebody's going to have no idea what we're talking about. They're going to think we're joking.
But yeah, so here's my problem, though. We weren't necessarily trying to find just guilty pleasures. That is a guilty pleasure. We were trying to find something you're into that's not quality slop. Because while MLP is a guilty pleasure, I can defend it as quality content. We still haven't found anything that is of bad quality, agreeably, that Kyle likes.
There's so much stuff on, like, Rotten Tomatoes that's, like, rotten that I love, but that's just because, like, sometimes old-timey critics are stupid.
Right. There were just, like, too many different races in this film.
I can't think of anything. Guilty pleasure show for every state.
Let me pull up. State?
For every state has their own guilty pleasure show. Let me pull up some of these. Okay, why is The Simpsons on here? This doesn't make sense.
Is it? Wait, what state is Simpsons?
This is guilty pleasure shows by state, but they have shows on here like Game of Thrones and The Office and Breaking Bad and Simpsons. I don't think they know what guilty pleasure means. It's a really low quality image.
Yeah, I love Jeffrey Dahmer being all of Texas. Gilmore Girls is California. Yeah, none of these are just popular shows.
Oklahoma, The Boondocks.
This is like last
Good
week.
show.
Nobody knows what a guilty pleasure is. Breaking Bad is not a guilty pleasure.
What makes a TV show a guilty pleasure? I enjoy it, but most people do not. That's so stupid. I would be embarrassed if somebody found out I was watching Breaking Bad.
Dude, when they find out that I watch The Sopranos, I'm fucked. Speaking of The Sopranos, something really funny happened last week. We got shirts in the mail, and you had a shirt of you, and I had a shirt of a man who's 400 pounds in The Sopranos, and he's really just referred to as fat shit in a very famous scene. He walks up to Soprano Dad, and he goes, "You could stand to lose a couple pounds," and he's like, "What, did you eat the truck, you fat piece of shit?" And he turns and he looks like the flounder from SpongeBob. Anyway, I bear some resemblance to him, and my audience for the longest time has bullied me by saying, you look exactly like him. And so, wife gets home after I film the podcast, and I go, oh, look what we got in the mail. This is a shirt of Kyle. And I show her, and she goes, oh, that's a funny photo of Kyle. And then I go, I want to test something. So without context, I go, and then we also got this shirt. And she goes, when did you take that photo? I don't remember you taking that photo. And I went, oh, okay, maybe I do look like this guy and should lose some weight. And she felt so bad. But I was like, no. I know you're going to say that. But I was like, you've given so much validity to those that say I look exactly like fat shit. That she didn't even question. She was like, when did you take that photo? And I was like, oh,
that's amazing.
Oh, man. So thank you for that, Akio, for sending those. I will say officially the P.O. Box is closed. Not officially. Tilly still has something arriving. But don't say anything to the P.O. Box. We don't list it anymore. It will be closed.
1 week after closing it, you're going to get like a notification that 8 things are on the way.
Right. I was going to say, that's what I'm trying to like heavily announce. No more P.O. Box. You will be sending something to nowhere if you send it. But we have some Discord questions I want to get to real quick. Galaxy says, what do you think is the stupidest thing you've done in the past, like 5 years? Something you were last 5 years. So since COVID, stupidest thing you've done. You were so confident in just to be shot down. It was incredibly stupid. Like, I don't know, forgetting your phone has a flashlight.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's all you got.
No, that's my answer, and they're bringing this up so that I talk about it because that's the stupidest thing I've done, and I did it for genuinely years. So my phone, when I got it, I really wanted to be able to light things up, so I went and I downloaded the flashlight app, which is an app on the App Store that you open the app and you watch an ad, and then after the ad, you can click a button, it turns on your phone's flashlight. And I did that for years. And on a stream one day, I needed my flashlight, and I was complaining. I'm like, I gotta wait for the ad to finish so that my flashlight can turn on. And everybody's like, your phone has a built-in flashlight, you just press the flashlight. And I'm like, no, I had to download the app. And they're like, why would you have to download an app to turn on a flashlight? You just have... And then I figured it out, and I went through my phone, and I found the flashlight button, and I click it, and it turns on instantly, no 30-second ad, and I'm like, holy shit!
Once again, that one guy is like, holy shit, dude, this guy really likes my app. I'm getting all this ad revenue. Boy, he really likes his flashlight.
I made him so much money! There was a pro mode! Like, I could have spent $2.99 and gotten the pro version of the app that would have let me turn on my flashlight without ads.
What did you think? Did you think that there... So the main issue is that you're on Android, and I'm not even going to argue with the Android users. Just get an iPhone. It's plug and play, especially Kyle. The only people that should have Android are people that know how to code, okay? Kyle's not getting the full use out of Android. In fact, it's hurting him clearly. But...
Look, I still have the app. Oh, it's not going to show.
It's not going to show. You'd send a screenshot or something. So what do you think?
I'll post it.
So you think your phone would allow a dev to activate the hardware that's already in your phone that you can't access? Like, what did you think the app... Do you think the app is like... Do you think... So here's what I think is happening. Because some phones, this did used to be a thing. Old phones had a flash on the camera, and you had to manipulate it to kind of make it a flashlight. Is that what you thought was happening?
You would... Yes, I genuinely thought like you take a flash photo and it flashes, and so the flashlight was just making that stay on.
Got it. That's not the craziest thing. So where do you have to go to turn on your Android flashlight normally?
To actually turn on the flashlight, you just pull down to where it shows everything, and then you pull down again, and then you get like the Wi-Fi, the airplane mode, the power saver, the hotspot, flashlight, Bluetooth.
That's okay. I was say on iPhone, I literally just picked up my phone and it goes, "Do you want to use your flashlight or your camera?" Immediately, it just goes, "Here's the most convenient things," because those are the things you would do if your phone's locked. It's like you just need the flashlight or the camera. Immediately before I do anything, they're right there.
So I remember like being out in the dark looking for something under my car on the side of the road.
One of those ads where they're trying to
ad.
save the king by like moving the gold pylons out of the way so the lava doesn't hit him. He's going, oh no! 99% of people are idiots and can't beat this level.
I've seen some of those ads where like after the video plays, it puts like a playable version of the game on your phone for you to like play, and it won't go away for like 20 seconds. Like it wants you to play for 5 seconds before it'll go away. And I'm just sitting there so angry. I'm like, go away. I don't want to play this.
Dude, one of my most played video games of all time, this was one of my favorite things, was I had I don't remember, it was maybe a PS2 copy of a James Bond video game. I don't remember which one it was. It obviously wasn't GoldenEye. So it was on the PS2. And when you would put in the disc, whether it was Tack and the Power Juju, Crash Bandicoot, this James Bond game, it would open with a demo of a game. I don't know if it was short-lived or if it was PS1 or PS2. Do you remember this?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah. And one of my favorite games was there was this 3D asteroid shooter. I don't even know what it's called, but I would just play it for hours and hours. The demo would end. Be like, now you can play James Bond. I go, and I would put the CD back in, and I would play the demo again. It was one of my favorite video game experiences of all time. Couldn't tell you what the game is called. If somebody can figure out which James Bond game has a demo of a space asteroid 3D shooter, I would love to play that game again.
I know, like, every Namco video game boots up with, like, 10, 15, 20 seconds of an old arcade game they made. And if you can, like, beat the level, you get, like, a bonus in the actual game.
Hell yeah. So you just, like, you win Pac-Man, and then you play Dig Dug, but with 2 shovels?
Pretty much.
Hell yeah, dude. So, luckily, your stupidest thing only caused you emotional harm. The stupidest thing I've done in the last 5 years, I haven't shared the story. I've alluded to it a couple times. I haven't shared it on the pod. I think Kyle's heard it. Mine put me in the hospital, which was, it was 2020. No, it was 2021. And I have so many photos I'll pop up here. I'll have to find them. What's that? Okay. My family, we have a weekly dinner, and we usually play board games afterwards. And it was a lovely October fall night. And we're all at my mom's house, and she's got this garage and the attic, and we're all adults. And I go, hey, we've never played hide and seek since we were kids. As kids, there's all these rules. You have to have adults help you not get hurt. And it takes some convincing. My stepdad's really not into it. He's like, somebody's going to fuck up. This is a dumb idea. Because it's the middle of the night as well. But I'm like, there's 8 of us. We're all in our 20s. And we get the okay. And my brother Alex, who we saw demonstrate wiping a couple weeks ago, he's it. And we initiate the rules. No hiding in cars, because you can lock them. That's bitch made. And you must stay within the property lines. Those are the only rules. So I'm hyped. I got everyone on board. They're down with my stupid idea for once. And you can, again, my mom's security camera, I'll show this. I'm geeking. I get outside. I go to the garage. I'm like, I'm either going to the attic or there's all kinds of furniture there that I can hide in or around. And I look both ways, and I open the door, and it's like this aura is coming off of this washer and dryer set that my parents used to have, and it's just in their garage until they get rid of it. And there is a top-loading washer. And a top-loading washer, for those of you who don't know, has that centerpiece there that, like, jostles everything. Anyway, so my brother Ethan comes in, he looks around, he doesn't like anything there, he leaves, okay? And so I go, okay, I can get in this washer. I'm 220 pounds. I'm 5'9". Do the math, I'm not, but I've convinced myself I can get in and close the lid. So I climb on the dryer. I slide my legs down in. I'm standing.
Because you think no sane person is going to be like,
exactly.
No way
I'm like, I'm going to win. How? I'm sure. Because I have to lead. I have to show what adult hide and seek can be. Now that I've convinced them, I have to show that it is fun. And so I get my legs in, and then my hips are pinned, and I feel them almost lock into the sides, like my jeans are under. And I'm wearing a belt, and I feel them go under, and now I can't go up. And only my legs are in. I've still got a top half, and I go, oh, this isn't going to happen. Right as that moment happens, I hear all 3 cars lock. Everyone else is being a cheating asshole and hiding in a car immediately because they don't have my creative vision. I hear all the cars lock shut. So now I'm alone outside. Everyone's in the house or locked in a car. And I go, okay, I have to get out of the washer quickly before my brother comes out and just finds me like a dumbass in the washer. And this is where things get bad. I go to lift myself out of the washer, and I'm a weakling. I can't lift my body. So then I go, okay, I have to lift one of my legs. And the moment I lift my left leg, now all my weight, all 220 pounds is on my right leg, the washer spins a full 180 degrees. And my hips are pinned here. My hips are pinned here, so the top half isn't going anywhere. And my right leg goes, near. And I hear, and I look down, and I see jutting out of my jeans, my kneecap has severely dislocated, and I let out the most blood-curdling scream ever. And I'm about to pass out, and I have to scream so loud that somebody will obviously hear me. But then I'm like, oh, the neighbors are going to be the ones to save me. They're locked in the cars, so now I start to panic. Everyone's in the house, and I'm still standing on the leg, by the way. I can't get the weight off of it because I'm stuck in the washer. So I'm standing, my full weight, the worst pain in my life is on this fucking, my leg is at a 90-degree angle. My kneecap is non-existent. It's torn right through the muscle. It's just there. And I can see the lump. And I'm just, and the neighbors aren't coming, and my brother's not coming. So I get on the phone, and I call my mom, and she's not answering. And I drop the phone at some point, and apparently she's sent it to me since then. I sent the most blood-curdling voicemail of all time. You just hear me screaming into the phone, and I didn't even realize that. And then you hear them coming in because she dropped the phone as well. And so you hear them come in. And so I'm screaming. Ethan finally hears me from in the car is how loud I am. And he comes in, he goes, and then leaves because he can't solve the problem. And I go, shit! And I'm like, I'm getting woozy because I'm screaming and in so much pain and can't get off my stupid bum leg. And then my mom and stepdad come in, and my mom immediately starts sobbing and hesitates for a second. I'm like, please get me out of the fucking washer. And so my mom said to come over. I get one arm around each of them, and they start dragging me. And now it's worse because it's going in different directions. My leg is now bending without its kneecap. And they lay me on the floor, and they're like, okay, you have to get up so we can get you in the car. And I go, leave me. I'm like, I'm accepting death. I just go, leave me. Like, you have to help us. We can't carry your full weight, fat ass. They don't say that, but I get the idea. And I'm like, no, because then the weight will be on my leg and I will cry. And so they eventually throw me into the back of my brother Ethan's car, and I'm laying back there. And then finally, the adrenaline kicks in, which if you've ever been in pain, what a great moment that is. And now things are exciting. My mom's in the other car. We're going to meet at the ER. She's calling the hospital to have a wheelchair ready so they can get me in.
This is like a fucking climbed in a washer and I dislocated my knee.
Fuck! This is like and I'm in the back of the car, and I immediately sit up in between Ethan and Taylor in the front seats and go, wow, guys, this is crazy. They're like, lay the fuck down. And I'm just sitting up, cross-legged, and I'm like, wow, guys, this is craise. Can you believe I did that? Can you please believe it? And they're like, stop, lay down, you fucking dumbass. And there's a photo that somebody took while I was laying in it, and you can see, I'll demonstrate here, but I'll put up a photo. You can see my kneecap right here. Just lumped there, and this is smooth. It's weirdly fleshy and smooth. Ugh. Yeah. I'll send them to Kyle before the podcast posts so I can get his text reactions, and I'll put them up for you guys as well. I just gotta find them. But we get to the hospital, and the doctor opens the back door because Ethan goes, he's in the back seat. They open the back door, and they go, oh, which is not fun to hear. They go, wait 1 minute, and they push the wheelchair away, and they go, we assumed it was a child. We were told it was a hide-and-seek accident, so we brought out a kid's wheelchair. We have to go get the adult wheelchair. And now I'm so embarrassed. And the other nurse is now giggling, which I love that, by the way. Fucking yes, I'm an idiot. we should all acknowledge that I'm an idiot. Treat me like one.
I adore that it was called in as a hide and seek accident. Like, that was very vital.
They heard hide and seek. He was hiding in the washer. And so they're picturing someone who could hide in a washer. They're picturing a small child got hurt in a washer. And so they go get the much larger wheelchair for the adult man. And they're wheeling me in. And my mom has to go through the other entrance. They're putting me through the emergency entrance. And my mom goes, Trey, I need your wallet with all your information because you're an adult and I don't have it anymore. And so I hand her my wallet and she immediately holds it upside down because she doesn't know that I keep $5 in pennies in my wallet. And they come raining down in an explosion all over the ER floor. And she's sobbing and picking up change. And I'm going, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about all the change.
Oh.
And one of the nurses comes up and they've clearly heard the story because they're almost giggling. They go, I just need to write this down. How did you get hurt? And they're like, I'm told it involved a washer. And they're almost winking at me. And I go, yes, I tried to hide in a washer playing hide and seek. And my legs got stuck and then it twisted. And they're like, oh. And then for some reason, a fourth nurse comes up and she's like, we just need to. So how did you get hurt again? The doctor. And they are sending. They're like, it's spreading. It's a slow night. Like I said, it's like a Thursday. It's a Sunday night in the middle of nowhere, Missouri hospital.
You are the filler episode on like ER or The Pit.
Yeah, waiting for George Clooney to come in and like bang one of the nurses while gigging and talking shit about me. And then they lay me down. My dad calls and he's like, so what happened? And he goes, bet you won't do that again. Like everyone's just calling to talk shit to me because they know I'm fine. Like I'm gonna be fine. It's not like I stabbed my heart through the washer spindle. My grandmother, my dear grandma calls because she's a doctor and she asked what happened. She goes, why would you do that, Trey? And I was like, I didn't want to be found. She goes, you thought you could fit in a washer? I was like, yeah. And she's just bullying me. And then the main nurse comes in because they've sat me in the room and she goes, okay, I just need to figure out what happened, what to write down for the doctor. I'm told it involved a dryer. And I go, it was a washer, actually. Because everyone keeps assuming it's a dryer. Because maybe a man could crawl into a dryer. But every time I say washer, they go, no way. Everyone is shocked that it's a top-loading washer. Finally, the doctor comes in. He does the x-rays. And apparently in the adrenaline, this is a common thing, while I was in the back seat moving around, no longer in pain, it had just snapped back in place. But, and I'll send a photo of this, it had inflamed like to the size of a fucking cantaloupe. My knee was huge for about a month. I had to like have a brace on forever and regularly like put a bag of like ice peas on it to keep the inflammation down. It hurt so bad because I could feel like, because the muscle had to regrow. So like every time I'd walk, I could feel my kneecap sliding around. To this day, it's my bad leg, like it's healed, but if I've been walking for a bit, I can feel it start to like click.
At least they didn't have to like surgery or do the really fun.
Yeah, like where they very manually reset it in a very painful process. Yeah,
that's because that is one of my biggest fears is having to
the
have
shoulder
an arm or
the
leg
kneecap.
manually reset.
But like I would say I've never broken a bone, so keep that in mind. But even doing the one chip challenge, I think, again, because for 10 full minutes, because I was like, you have to count for 10 minutes, Alex. We're adults. We need all the time in the world to figure out how to hide. For 10 minutes, standing on a dislocated knee, by far worst pain of my life. And fully my fault and responsibility. Every decision was stupid.
You got a fun voicemail message out of it?
Oh, it sounds awful. And to this day, my family won't play hide and seek with me. I lost all street cred.
Oh, yeah.
Because I still ask them, like, once a year, I go, hey, guys, you know what happened a year ago? 2 years ago? We should play it. And they go, no, we're not playing hide and seek again. You can't get hurt again.
See, because hiding in the wash now would be a really good hiding spot, because they'd be like, he wouldn't do it again.
They would. To be fair, had I fit in the washer, he would have never opened the lid to search for an adult man.
Had you fit in the washer and closed the lid,
I would have
nobody would have heard
to
you
cut me out with a
screaming.
chainsaw. Yeah.
God damn. Every children's cartoon has like a moral at the end of an episode about not climbing into washers and dryers.
So I mean,
but apparently you missed everyone.
For the audience that's trying to make fun of Kyle for not knowing about the flashlight app, I feel his is. I think my thing is far stupider and led to way more consequences. I can see the line of thinking, especially as old as we are, in the way that phones used to be. But that is definitely in the last 5 years, maybe in the last 20 years, the stupidest thing I have done that got me the most trouble.
You probably won't top that.
I hope not. I hope not. But every year, especially with this podcast, like I've gotten pretty close to some really, really stupid situations. I've interacted with some people I probably shouldn't. I've been places I probably shouldn't, whether for Goofy Guy Gathering or the podcast, and it's before 2030, something will happen. I don't know what, but something will happen. So yeah, that is the knee story. I think I teased it a couple weeks ago, so we finally got it out there. Can't even think of anything else on the stupid realm. Ugh.
I have a new coworker that just started.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out, Bear.
Does Bear immediately know about the podcast?
Bear, one of my coworkers, I think, of course, it was Hannah, avid listener, showed him a little bit. And it's so funny because he comes up to me and he's like, I listened to the podcast. And I'm like, okay, he watched a clip, or he was around her and he heard like 30 seconds.
He watched every episode,
He goes on to tell me he watched the last 3 episodes.
Those are, first of all, bangers, but also, if that coworker doesn't like those 3 episodes, they don't like you. That's a crazy amount of Kyle.
That would have been so. They're like, I watched the last 3 episodes. Sucked ass. Absolutely hate it. Can tell we are not going to get along.
The last
I
3
do not
episodes
want to deal with you.
Are over 6 hours collectively and involve us so much talking about clogging toilets and wiping and shitting.
I've known them for less than 2 weeks, and they locked in.
They know you more than you know them, kind of thing. Like immediately, you don't even get a shot.
Haven't had a big meaningful conversation yet, and they know how I wipe my ass.
They know.
He asked me, he's like, how many hot dogs have you eaten so far?
Yeah. Well, now he's gonna go into work and be like, what an idiot. You would stop at 27? Now he knows you're a moron. Of course he's gonna go 28. There's 28 days in February, you idiot. God. We have, I think, 1 email this week. And it's a big one. So I'm gonna... we have 2 emails, actually. First from Tilly. All right. There might be some edits here, but I will get the gist of the information through. Hi, Trey and Kyle. I haven't shared the story on my TikTok or stream yet. Exclusive here. Ah, yes, me. Old me. Started a trend at a BB No Money concert. You don't know BB No Money. He's not in Fortnite.
BB Nos.
You know BB Nos?
BB Nos.
He's got the song Edamame. He's got that song Edamame. He's got the song where he says, I'm Gen Z Eminem. I think he's one of the most delightfully mid performers. And I think that's okay.
He's got that like certain like talk listing. It's a lot of like listing things, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. His and Young Gravy's voice really scratch my brain. But like anybody that's like they're the best rapper, I'm like, let's slow down. But I do enjoy them for sure, and their voices. At the BB No Money, I treated myself to VIP. Fuck the venue. The venue made me buy VIP twice. I had to get, they didn't tell me that if I had VIP, I didn't have to stand in the line. So I stood in line even though I had VIP, and then they made me get VIP again. I get a seat in VIP, which was an additional charge. There's more, but that's not the fun part. Jessica is at the concert with her boyfriend and is pretty, but a pretty super skinny girl that had a smidge of an attitude. Then there is Mia and Sophia. So Jessica, Mia, and Sophia, the Santa Maria. Sophia and Mia are at the concert together, and to the left of me, Mia is directly next to me. Another plus-size girl. So we were both struggling with the high bar chairs, but we make a bond, both looking like idiots trying to get onto the chairs, since the chairs also move a lot. The opener for BB No Money's show happens, and he leaves the stage 10 minutes before the headliner, BB No Money, performs. There is a DJ. He performs.
Then there's no music, just background of people chatting. To avoid being mad, I take out my phone and open Pokemon Go. Immediately, Jessica is the most judgmental tone ever, says, "You're fucking playing Pokemon, really?" Which is just an insane thing to say to... And even if they were watching, like, I don't know, orgy porn at the concert, I feel like I still would be like, all right, you do you. I'm stuck in the middle of, wait. In the middle, I have work drama. My husband couldn't go as well, so I'm really upset, and I'm ready to throw down. I say, I paid for a live show, and the music isn't happening. Work sucked. Fidgets in my work bag, so yeah, I'm playing motherfucking Pokemon. Then the best thing happens. Sophia, the girl next to Mia, so 2 people down, here's the word Pokemon and says, wait, like Pokemon Go? I need friends. Let's be Pokemon friends. I say, hell yeah, all about making friends. And share that anytime they need to get past, let me know. I will adjust to let them through. Or if they need anything, let me know. I'm friendly. So Sophia says, fuck yeah, I don't play Pokemon, but I love Pokemon. I say, me too. I always love how it brings people together, no matter the generation. I ask their favorite Pokemon. We talk about our favorite Pokemon. I tell them I have a Squirtle tattoo. Wait, Pokemon, Jessica's boyfriend says. Jessica, reminding you, was the mean one in the first place. Her boyfriend is excited to play Pokemon. Drama. Hell yeah, Pokemon, points to Mia. She also needs Pokemon friends. They do the exchange. Jessica's glaring me down. And I double down, points to self and puffs chest. See? Pokemon brings people together, exchanges friends with her boyfriend, and asks his favorite Pokemon he doesn't share. That's an interesting detail. Points to self again, looking at me and Sophia, and then back to Jessica.
He probably likes a stupid Pokemon.
Yeah, he probably likes Trumpet. Fucking stupid. Me, I started a trend at the BB No Money show. Me, trendsetter. Me and Sophia repeat my words. She is a trendsetter at the BB No Money show. That's a vocal stem. And it's great. I'm grinning. See, BB No Money music and Pokemon bring people together. I'm just here to have a good time. Life is short. It's been shit. BB No Money is done Pokemon content, so it counts. Then right as the final statement lands, BB No Money hits the stage. And then everyone clapped.
BB No Money hits the stage and said, is that Pokemon?
He goes, he's doing the heart out of chest, steam out of ears, train whistle. Pulls out a submarine periscope. Usually we do advice. I don't have advice for that.
The advice is to always Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Or Digimon if you're a cool guy.
Digital monsters. Digimon. No. I felt bad for the kids that had Digimon as a kid and not Pokemon.
Shut, Digimon was for all
they were
the cool
clearly
kids.
Poor.
No, you I'm all right. Oh, okay.
Because I'd be like, hey, do you want to trade Pokemon cards? And they're like, no, I just have Digimon cards. Because they would say it that way. Like, I didn't want to hate them, but they were clearly bummed that they had Digimon and not Pokemon. Like, their grandma went to the store and she was like, do you have the mines here? And they were like, yeah, we have Digimon. She goes, okay. It's like when the Wii U was out and kids were still getting Wii games or, you know, the new Nintendo game.
I don't know.
I've never met one kid that had Digimon and not Pokemon and was happy about it.
It's like something where something is popular and everybody likes, but then you got the cool clique that likes this thing. And Digimon, that's that cool clique. We're the cool kids.
Nah, that's a guilty pleasure. That's a guilty pleasure. For sure. Where would you put Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Digimon? If you had to rank the 3, where would you put them?
Digimon, Beyblade, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh.
You're so crusty.
Beyblade
sometimes.
is the coolest thing Yu-Gi-Oh ever invented.
Yu-Gi-Oh is the coolest thing on the fucking Yu-Gi boy. Oh my god! The movie.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh.
The movie. All the Egyptian stuff they do is beautiful. It's so. Oh my god! It made me feel like a man. Pokemon made me feel like a boy, a child, a bitch. But then I put on the Yu-Gi-Oh shit, and I'd be like, I'm ready to take down the establishment.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh, but I would never, ever, ever play it.
Oh.
Everything else, I'll
the
play
dual
it.
disc that could decapitate a small child.
I had a dual disc. I had a dual disc.
Same.
I own a dual disc.
It's insane that they sold that to children because I would attack my brothers with it. It was a weapon. It was so violently
cool.
swing around. For those of you that don't know, it was like shaped like this, but to play, you'd make it go like this. Or no, you would have it like this, and then you'd hit the play button and it would go swing shut like a guillotine.
Yeah, you could put a big photo of it, but yeah, it's like a big scythe on your arm. But in the show, they put a card on it, and then a big hologram appears.
Usually a sexy dark magician girl.
Usually. And me and my brother, we had dual disc, and we would play with each other, and we would have to like constantly walk up to each other and like look at each other's arm to like see what they're playing, because it's not an efficient way to play cards in real life.
It's even funnier when you're the one kid that has a dual disc, so they're playing on the mat and you're having to like lean over your dual disc to like look at what their trap card says.
Oh, but it's the coolest thing.
I mean, it keeps track of points in a cool way, though. I always liked that and its little sound effect. I don't know. I really liked playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh kicks ass.
Yu-Gi-Oh does. I mean, they all kick ass, except for Digimon. Beyblade is badass, though.
I'm gonna kick your ass! God damn it!
We have another email from Drago here. Dear Whammo, I forgot you were recording today, so I have a quick question. Between these two options, what would you pick? Would you A, have a lobotomy, or B, give the other host a lobotomy, and why?
Well, it sounds like we're both getting a lobotomy, but not by choice.
Oh, we're just both giving each other a lobotomy? Neither one of us is going to give ourselves a lobotomy?
It'll be funny if you give yourself a lobotomy and then I give you a bonus lobotomy.
Yeah, can you have two lobotomies? What happens if you've lobotomized a lobotomy? Can you reverse it?
I think the second one just kills you.
Really?
It can't help.
It's crazy that like one guy can just make a field and it's pretty well respected because he's a man. But like, yeah, like a woman would be like a man would grab his wife. He would pick her up. He would go, "You're not doing the dishes enough because you are sad." Clearly. He would take her to the doctor because she couldn't go by herself. The man would then give the doctor consent to lobotomize her to cure her of her sadness so she could do more dishes. And the whole medical field was like, yeah, that feels right, man. That feels right. And if we kill her, you just get another, man. Like, that's crazy. Like if a woman back then got diagnosed with cancer, they would tell the husband, and then it was up to him to tell the woman. And in many cases, they wouldn't tell the woman because of the dishes thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like chiropractic-y, which is even a bigger scam. Nothing pisses me off more. Listen, I know I talk about the breakfast conspiracy a lot, but the chiropractic conspiracy pisses me off to no end because it has so many defenders.
Genuinely, chiropractic is this generation's lobotomy. And if they mess up your...
It kills people!
I'm like, it's... Lobotomy was always the doink! And, you know, if you live... You got some problems, but hey, it seems like relief in the moment.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's the same thing.
It's just snake oils. Well, every time I go, I feel better. It's like, it's placebo. It's placebo. And here's the other thing. Here's the issue. Chiropractic mixes in physical therapy, which is good for you. There are elements to it that are good. But them cracking your neck and you feeling better for the rest of your life is not real. It's just not. And here's the other thing. Take 2 seconds and find out how it was invented. Do you know how it was invented?
No.
A Mormon man had a dream one night where the devil came to him. And the devil said some crazy shit. And then like there was an angel, and the angel was like, "This is what you must do to get the devils out of the people. You hate that devil?" And then he started, literally, that's the whole, there's no science basis. That is how it started. Hold on, let me get the full story because it gets even weirder.
Are you sure this isn't the Scientology?
No, that's why so many Mormons are chiropractors, is because it started out there in Utah. Guy who started chiropractor. Daniel David is credited with inventing chiropractic in 1895 in Davenport, Iowa, by performing the first spinal adjustment. A magnetic healer, Palmer theorized that misaligned vertebrae, subluxations, cause nerve interference leading to disease, which again, also not a crazy thing, but the solution is the crazy part. Hold on. Where is the... That's what it was. Palmer claimed that he, in the mid-1890s, received information about the science of the chiropractic from the spirit of a long-dead doctor named Jim Atkinson.
And the ghost was like, yo, you gotta grab this guy's head and just...
The entire field was based on his visions of the afterlife and other doctors giving him visions. Maybe that way, so if he killed somebody, he could blame a dead doctor that they couldn't ask questions.
You mean to tell me that the what is your source, it came to me in a dream, is the entire
It's an
backbone.
Entire fucking industry, and everyone's in on it. And so, like, when you question it, you sound like you're saying the Earth is flat. But just like just go to physical therapy. Men will do anything other than go to therapy. I swear to God.
Isn't there's no medical backing? You don't need like a big degree to like get into it. You
no,
just
there's
like...
chiropractor school. It's just people that didn't want to be a full-time doctor because you still get the pay, but it's like less schoolwork.
I always heard I heard it on another YouTube thing once, and they're like, you have the chiropractors, and they're just like, it's like cracking your knuckles. It'll make you feel good for a little bit. But then you have the chiropractors where you walk in, and they're like, this is going to align your chakras,
dude,
and it's
when
going to get
they like
your
tie
blood
a towel
flow
around your neck. They put their knees on your chest, and they just poof, and they hope they don't rip your head clean off. I can't. It's just again. Here's where the scam is. They do elements of physical therapy which are provenly good for you, but cracking your neck is not doing shit. It just makes you think. It's like when you crack your knuckles, nothing is really happening. Like some people think it causes what's the thing? Bad bone stuff in old people, but there's like no downside or upside to cracking your knuckles.
The thing with the neck is that it may feel good for a brief moment, but like if it goes wrong,
it's so little upside and so much risk.
Your spine, the part that connects your spine, your head, the amount of disability you can go through.
If your spine is misaligned,
like,
you go to
breaks.
physical therapy, you learn stretches, you learn to sit at your desk properly. You don't sit hunched over at your desk every day and then once a week somebody snaps you in half. That's not the solution. Just have better posture.
There's working out, and then there's the I want to get skinny, and one day I'm going to guillotine my neck and have it snap.
You could not pay. I've had people where I'm like, the moment I go, oh, my neck kind of hurts. They're like, oh, do you want to see my chiropractor? I go, no. And they get offended. I'm like, just no. My neck kind of hurts because I sat at my computer too long and I slept weird. I'll stretch it out today like a normal person.
I just want to find a nice massage
place. Good. That's the other. Just get a nice massage. Work out those knots. Get a nice physical therapist. Get a hot Olympian wife. Cheat on her a week before the Olympics. You know, it's so much easier. And on that note, I think that sentence fully encapsulates this episode of the podcast. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Nope.
All right, lead us out.
That was a podcast. The end.
The end is great. You think after watching me do this for 27 episodes, you had some idea how to outro the podcast.
And they all lived happily ever after.
This episode was sponsored by Big Chiropractor, actually. No, comment everywhere, please. Subscribe on YouTube. We've been stunlocked at 108, but that's partially my fault because I haven't made shorts or TikToks the last couple of weeks, so those are really good for subscriptions. So please subscribe, and I will make new edits for you, please.
Go follow me on Instagram.
That too. Now. Follow Kyle on Instagram, Teal Hollow 1.
And TikTok, because they're not showing my phallic burger penis videos.
Yeah, go to Whammo Podcast everywhere, Teal Hollow 1 everywhere, Studcracker TV everywhere. We will be back next week, hopefully with some Obtain the Red updates, and we'll figure out the judge. So thank you guys for watching. Have a good rest of your week. Make sure to send emails to whammopod@gmail.com, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Adios.
Yippee.
yummy. I ate a hot dog and now it's in my tummy. Yummy. I ate a hot dog, now it's in my tummy. Not sure why, but it's kinda funny. Yummy. Now it's in my tummy. Kyle said something, I said something back. There was a mic, there was a snack, there was a fact, or maybe not. It could have been a chair, mustard packet just appearing there. I didn't buy these, I don't remember buying these, but they keep showing up. Gonna throw up. Buns on the table, buns on the floor, bun in my hand, but I just need more. But also, maybe I don't need more. Hard to say what hands are for. Maybe just having hot dogs more and more. Calendar looking at me weird. Numbers disappeared, then reappeared. I blinked once, lost about 3 days. Found relish in unfamiliar ways. Yummy. I ate a hot dog, now it's in my tummy. Yummy. I ate a hot dog, now it's in my tummy. Yeah, Kyle was talking, but it sounded funny. Yummy. Now it's in my tummy. Yeah, it's in my tummy. Podcast voice, but nobody there. Still talking into processed air. Challenge, bet, threat silhouette. Something about regret, but not yet. I tried to count, but numbers moved. They slid away, yeah, I disapproved. One hot dog became at least 2 dogs. 2 dogs became background fog, because then there was 3, and then I had 4, and then I had a 5th, and then I had a 6th. Sometimes buns are cold, sometimes they're not. Sometimes you heat them, sometimes you forgot. I forgot a lot, but not the chewing. The chewing was the chewing. There was a lot of. It was really. It's. I have acid reflux problems. Yummy. I ate a hot dog. Now it's in my tummy. Yummy. I ate a hot dog. I think I won, or maybe it won me. Yummy. Now it's in my tummy. Now I'm going acapella up at this beat. Eating hot dogs is a natural feat. For most people, it's just you should be eating food. It's a thing that we do.